It's Tour Tuesday.
Tour Tuesday.
And I am attempting to back up.
Yes.
Just leaving the tour meeting, and
10 o'clock.
You can't see behind me, but maybe you can see behind me, but there are like random realtors walking all over the place.
Yes. Tom's concentrating very hard. Oh, in
front. Literally trying to not run over. It's like an anthill. Like, don't step on the ants.
So, really interesting meeting today. It ran very, very long.
Yes.
But there was a lot to cover. Our brokers had been down in the States for a brokerage session, and all kinds of really neat information. Probably the biggest takeaway from their meeting was Mark Rashotte, Royal LePage in the Quinte area, and great management team that we have here with Jeff Nelles in the Belleville area. We generally hold about 60%, rounding it off.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's just a little lower, sometimes it's a little higher. So 60% of the market here. And there is nobody else across the country who does that. So it's pretty exciting. We're a very successful company here. We have great, even though we're all competitors within our company, we have great relationships and a great team here. So that was a really good takeaway. And then the other thing was that we were talking about is, of course, multiple offers and what to do with those, because we are running into them a lot. And while other areas in the country have seen that, we have not here. So one of the biggest things with competing in this area, we have often done $1,000 deposits. Been very common, and actually I remember when we even did $500, and jumping from $500 to $1,000 was wow. Anyway, so $1,000, they are the way of the past. So be prepared. $5,000 is actually the recommendation now, and I had even jumped as the minimum. Good point. And I had actually started doing, maybe we should be doing $2,500, but actually the recommendation is $5,000.
And explain why. Because
really you should, because you're competing with people from in Toronto, GTA area, and out of town in those larger centers. They're doing anywhere from $10,000, $15,000, $25,000, $50,000 deposits.
Crazy, right?
So when you're competing against that, if you come in at $1,000 now, it's just kind of silly. And a lot of people think, well, deposit though, you get it back. If you have conditions, which quite often you're not even doing conditions now in a competing situation, it's just not seen as well. So when a seller is sitting there and looking at 5 offers, there's main points they look at. If they're looking at 16 offers, they are only looking at these things: price, deposit, conditions. So those 3 factors really come into play. I'm not suggesting you take your conditions out if they're needed.
No.
So that's a whole other conversation. However, price is competitive, the deposits are now the competitive, and then of course conditions. So the other thing that I want to talk about is home inspections and potentially pulling them out of an offer. One of the things you can do is actually do a home inspection ahead of time, and it's not a bad investment. It's $450 that gives you peace of mind, so that you can go into an offer and take that out when you're competing and then feel comfortable and know what you're getting. So we have seen that as a change, and we're certainly willing to put that time in for you as well for the inspection. Any other thoughts on that?
Well, the key is we get it. That it's multiple offers. You know that other people are going to come in without any form of condition, right? When they come in with their offer, and so they're getting rid of the inspection, they're getting rid of the insurance. Both things make us as realtors very nervous for you, because we want to make sure that you're protected in this transaction, but we also understand the situation where you want the home and other people are going to waive it, so maybe you feel like you need to waive it too. The important thing here is understanding that if you waive insurance, and I mentioned this a little bit, if you waive insurance and then something gets missed on insurance, you're not going to get your financing. If you're not going to get your financing, you're gonna have to not close on the deal, and if you don't close on the deal, then you're in a position where you might get sued. Understand that. So that's important to know. And then the other piece of that is on the inspection. If you have to understand and be really comfortable with that home to waive your inspection, because 2 years down the line, if that basement leaks, there's nothing you can do about it, right? And you really need to understand that you're taking those risks.
Stop.
Oh yeah, we're going to the office. I'm thinking we're going and showing a home.
We have to go show a home.
So I'm thinking we need to go there.
We have to stop here
So
first.
I'm gonna run that in. So that's all I have to say about that. Just be really comfortable, and on insurance, understand that it might affect your financing.
Yes.
That's right. So anything else that?
Not really.
I mean, there's always something else.
Yeah.
There's always something. We're gonna get some market reports out, so watch for those.
Yes.
So you can kind of get an idea of what's happening in different areas of town. So there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's it.
Out.
Church Tuesday out.
Sweet.